So hello and welcome to FanFormula. This week it's the 25% edition, which is pretty scary really, because that means we've only got a few more months of the season. Major sad face. So let's crack on with this week's FanFormula question. So I'm on the older phony phone today. Samsung, if you want to send me a new one, you may with pleasure. Question 1. The tight and twisty nature of the Monaco circuit is known for difficult overtaking. Do you think we'll see drivers take more risks like Hamilton did in 2011, or will it be more about strategy and pit stops? I think it'd be a little bit of both, really, because Monaco is notoriously hard to overtake anyway, even with DRS curves and things. We did have a bit more overtaking last year, but it still wasn't greatly more. It still wasn't a lot of overtakings more than normal in Monaco. So I think it'll be a bit of both. If we had more overtaking, last year wouldn't have happened because Vettel had the train of cars behind him, and it was only because his tyres we had the Petrov and them that all crashed, and the race got sort of stopped that Vettel got to change his tyres and won. So I do think it's that Monaco's the numero uno of things. You need a good grid slot. You need to be sort of in the right place at the right time. You need luck, and you need a good strategy. The one word I can't say, strategy. If you don't have those three, you never win Monaco, because you need to be able to overtake on a tight on a tight circuit, and yeah, you need luck and you need a good pit strategy, especially because tyres and pit stops are so more important than I think ever before. I think you do need a little mixture of both, really. Question 2. What is it about Monaco that makes you feel so special, or do you not feel the excitement for Monaco? If you do not feel the excitement for Monaco, you have a cold stone heart. Because Monaco's amazing. I love it. My mum is the least F1 fan ever, but she will always sit with me for a little bit and watch Monaco with me because she thinks that's great. It's a track that if it was put into idea now, let's build Monaco, it would never happen. It's something that's a massive heritage, and we've got to sort of cling on to it. So if we didn't get excited for it, it'd just have been scrapped from the calendar. Monaco for me is one of the reasons I am such a big Formula One fan, because that race will bring everything to the table. Like I said in the previous question, it's not just about strategy, it's not just about that, and it's not just about good grid slots. It's about luck, and that's one track where that needs to be in spades. I'm not saying you win Monaco just by luck, but look at people like Trulli and Panis, who've only ever won once. Trulli was mainly just because no one could overtake, but Panis just won it by luck because everyone else retired. It's such a high rate of attrition. How can you not get excited about it? Seriously, how can you not be so overjoyed that you're going to watch Monaco? You know something good's going to happen. You know it's all about the glamour, and it's all about the prestige, and it's all about like the protocol when obviously they don't have a podium, and it's all the royal family. It's just there's just so much in there. It's so good, and that's why it's one of my favourite tracks, and that's why I cannot wait for Saturday and Sunday and Thursday, which I love that National Day of Holiday. Let's just put a gap in between. So it's looking off. So question 3, which is I can't say the words today. Everything S related, strategy and suggestion. Is suggested by Ailish. Lovely Ailish. What is your favourite corner on the Monaco circuit and why? Right, I had to do some reading because I couldn't remember the name of my corner that I love. Obviously the hairpin is going to be, I think a lot of FanFormula people will pick the hairpin. Slowest corner on the circuit always triggers some action and usually some incident, so that's always a good one. I used to love getting up when I was about, 12 and 13 and just waiting for that corner when the race had started, because the hairpin is just magical and all the billboards around. It's just great. So that's always a good corner. But my favourite corner is, and I had to write it down, is the Nouvelle Chicane, which is the one just outside the tunnel where Perez sort of crashed last year. Not because of the crashes, although you do see a lot of crashes at Nouvelle Chicane. It's just because you see a lot of decent overtaking there, because you've got such a tight line, and you can't, if you overtake, you have to overtake on the chicane, and it's very tricky. But you see some great racing there, and also you see some like disturbingly scary incidents, like Jenson Button a few years ago, Perez, Rosberg last year, and as well it's cases like where Raikkonen, was it Raikkonen went into the back of, I think it was Sutil. Was it Sutil? Yeah, I think he was there. And he went in there and ruined his like race and the chance of points. So yeah, not good, but it's one of my favourite places. Obviously, everyone else is going to say, Tabac and, Le Piscine and all these great ones, but that little tiniest little chicane makes everything, because it's literally what, you know, probably 600 metres long, but it creates so much action. And you can see the best bit about it, or the most scary bit about it, is cars come out the tunnel and you see a marshal there and the car is there. It's like, that's how close the action is. And that, for me, puts it all into perspective. Right, bonus question. Haha, it's a bonus. Bonus question. Which Monaco race that you have watched is your ultimate Monaco, and why? Well, that's quite difficult, really. I've been watching it for 13 years. And I got the Schumacher era where it was all a bit dry. But one of my most memorable races, and I hope someone can remember the year for me because it's just gone off the top of my head, it wasn't even about the race winner. The most memorable Monaco for me was the year that David Coulthard got stuck behind Enrique Bernoldi. That was one of my favourite races that year. What was it, 20 something laps? Coulthard was stuck behind Bernoldi in the arrows, getting more and more and more and more frustrated. And I actually watched that one with my mum, which is rare because we don't watch Grand Prix together. I'm normally the only one that sort of watches it. And we were getting well excited because you could see Coulthard's emotion of getting angry, but he couldn't do anything because it was for position. And that was a cracking race. And when he finally did get past him, it was great, but it was like, oh, it just ruined it then. But I love it. Monaco, Jenson winning was a good one. Come on, the only person who did his own little lap of honour in the race. Oh, I've just won a race. I've just done 70 odd laps around a circuit and I'm exhausted, but I'm just doing a run 600 metres down the road to get my trophy. That little bit was a bit of a joy, and I think everyone in Britain was just like, yes, we've won something prestigious, which is great. So I'll always love that race because I was just overjoyed for the man because he's a ledge. So yeah, like last year I wasn't actually that bothered really about Vettel winning because it's a bit, dry. And again, we got that race ruined because of that crash, and they could change the tyres and Hamilton's wing, and that was the race ruined for us last year. So I'd say the one with Coulthard and Bernoldi. If someone wants to comment and put the year down for me, or I can be like not lazy and just Google it myself later. But someone would tell me or tweet me or whatever. Yeah, then that's it this week for Monaco and the 25% FanFormula. Yeah, next week I will be doing another FanFormula, but I actually won't be watching the race here. I won't. I know. I'm not here. I'm watching it in Birmingham. I'm watching it at a pub. So it actually means I can't watch the Grand Prix in my PJs. I actually have to get dressed, which is a slight fail. But it's going to be fun. So wherever you're enjoying Monaco from, make sure you get a nice drink in your hand. And I will see you all next week. So bye.